Hi folks, I just thought I'd put out a big quick video. I've come out into the middle of the woods just on the edge of the Peak District. I'm at a bit of a walk. I've set the hammock up, bit of a tarp. There's a bit of a breeze blowing from behind me. You might be able to see it moving with the tarp. I've come out just have one walk around in the middle of nowhere and cook up some food. So I've got a steak and some potatoes. I'm going to fry them up on the fire and I enjoy myself, sit out in nature and listen to the birds. A bit of background noise from my road. There's a road not far away from where I am, but I'll show you some of the stuff that I've had. Like everybody else, I suppose I'm going to have been buying stuff while locked down and finally able to get out and give it a go. There's some stuff I've been using it for a while, some stuff that's reasonably new to me, but come on, let's have a look. One of the new bits of kit, got the Silky Super Cell 21, used it a couple of times, absolutely brilliant. It's got two locking points, one up if you're cutting underneath, one down, absolutely brilliant. So you can see, no problem cutting through this. Somebody's kindly left all this lying around. They've made a bit of a fire pit for me. It's full of rubbish, but can't be helped. Not everybody leaves no trace when they've done. be enough. Like I say, Silky Cell 21. Used it a few times, absolutely brilliant piece of kit. I've never used a Laplander, but I would put this on a par with the responses I've heard about that. Something else that I've got over lockdown, I've got the TBS Timberwolf bushcraft knife. Same again, used it a few times. Another brilliant knife. I've also got a Mora companion that I was using before this. Can't fault that knife at all. This just feels so much better. Wooden handle, curly birch handle, red liners. I'll put a bit of paracord on it, paracord bracelet. So if I am doing anything, it's not going to come out of my hand. Battening, no problem at all. Get some more of this cut up. Bit of a knot in that one. That one might be not in the bottom of that one. Not the best wood in the world, but it'll burn all the same. Really do need to practice my feathering sticks. That's what coming out, doing this sort of thing is all about. Getting the hang of it. Like I said, I've not had this knife long. I've got the sheath with the DC4 in it, flint and steel. Again, just a belt loop. I have thought about getting a dangler for it. I do mainly stay in hammocks, so if this is down at the side of you, it does tend to get in the way. With the dangler, it would hang it out a bit more out of the way. I'll see. Play with it a bit more now that we can get out again. Spend a bit more time with it. Let's see if I can get this going. A bit too hasty there. Bit of fat wood. I must admit, this isn't fat wood that I've found. This is fat wood that I've got off the internet. I am going to go and get some of my own. This is fat wood off a company called Bushlaw. There's all sorts of bushcraft. You can buy wax for your knives, leather pouches for your fire things. That's catching now. My original plan was to use silver birch bark, but out of all the places I've been, I think this is the only one that hasn't got any silver birches, or haven't got any that have been knocked down or blown down in the wind. We'll leave that a little bit and get itself going. where I am, there's masses of broken branches. Just want to try and get some embers going so I can get cooking. I'll just take you away from that for a second. And this is where I am. Like I say, absolutely loads of wood on the floor. No need to cut or anything. No need to use any green wood. There is absolutely masses of wood on the floor. There's my hammock for if I want to have a sit down. Like I say, there's the bit hanging down at the back. I've not pegged it out because it is literally there as a windbreak. We're not expecting any rain. But it's a lovely bit of woods. Lovely clearing. Fire's getting going again now. Move this out of the way. Wait for them to catch and then we should have a reasonable bed of embers. Let's go and prep some food. Alright, so this is what I've got. A thick cut steak. Get my rubbish bag out in a second. A wonderful thick cut steak. My MSR pan. Brilliant frying pan, brilliant for stews. In there, got some new potatoes. Gonna slice these up with some oil. Do some potatoes with a steak. Something that I have got that's new is the Nomads kitchen. There's a couple of people on YouTube now have got these. I've used it a couple of times. Brilliant bit of kit. You get your chopping board, a folding spoke, a permanent marker, lighter, some cooking oil, and a knife. The knife I don't think is brilliant. I'm going to swap it out and put an Opinel in there, a normal Opinel number 8. For how often I will use this particular knife. The blade isn't particularly sharp. It's got some other attachments, but nothing that's not going to be on a multi-tool or something else that you might have in your bag. So I'm going to swap it out and have the Opinel in mine. And I'm going to get rid of the pen. I don't need the pen in there. I'm not going to be marking anything up. In here you get salt, pepper, garlic, paprika, mixed herbs, cumin, chili flakes and curry. I'm not a fan of curry. I know people will be, and they're going to complain and they'll comment and say, how can you don't like curry? I just don't. So I've taken mine out and I've swapped it for steak seasoning. If I'd got one thing to complain about, it would be that there isn't a choice. It is, you get what you're given in the pack. I'd like to see a choice of a few more spices and herbs on this. I mean, you can choose what they're going to send you out in your pack. Whether they will or not in the future, I don't know. It is a reasonably new company, but what they're doing, absolutely brilliant. Like I say, you get your little chopping board, ideal for whatever I'm going to be doing out in the field. So with that in mind, let's start prepping something. So out of the Nomad's kitchen, there is some cooking oil. As you can see, I have been using it. You can refill it, that does pull out, and you can refill it. I'm not sure what sort of oil it is, but it is refillable, so brilliant. The more you can reuse something, the better. The fire looks like it's starting to get to where I'm looking at having it. So cut these reasonably thin. I've not parboiled them or anything first, so just to make sure that they are cooked all the way through. Vegetable matter, so chuck it on the fire. With the last potato, I will show you why I've decided to swap the knives out and have the opinel. I'll show you how sharp the other knife is. So this is the one you get with the Nomad's kitchen. It's not particularly sharp. Yes, it does the job, but for £89, in fact, I'm not even going to bother continuing to use that. I'm going to swap it out and start using the opinel again. It has got things like bottle openers and things on it, but like I said, nothing that you're not already going to have in your kit. If you're going to take some bottles of beer, you are going to take a bottle opener. You're not going to need that. So that's another criticism, I suppose, for it. But like I say, they are a new company that's come out, so they will perhaps bring that out in the, if they update it or something like that. But like I say, that one will be going in there. I'm not going to use the pen, so the pen's going to come out. The folding spork, brilliant idea. takes up no space. And with everything else that you've got in here, yeah, does exactly what it says. Another ideal piece of kit, folds up, fits in the bag. Getting embers now. Don't leave these rocks in there. I don't particularly want to be cooking on flames, so just rake a few of these embers forward. Rake it up again in case I want some more embers. You know it. Just start warming the pan. In the background, like I say, I'll swap the chili out, the curry out for steak seasoning. So I'll season the steak up with that. And I'll bring you when I'm a bit further about. Right, so as you can see, the steak's getting there now. They're softening up. There's steak in there. I'm going to put it on top of the potatoes to start off with. That way, any juice, flavourings, anything out of the steak, it warms up. We'll dribble down to the bottom of the pan with the potatoes. Don't like missing out on any flavourings if I can help it. I've not salt and peppered it. This is literally just some steak seasoning. Steaks down the bottom of the pan. Sear that off a bit. Doing a bit grey overhead. So we haven't been forecast any rain as such. It's a big lump of steak there. Now I like my steaks medium rare. Some people like them rare, some people like them blue. I'm not going to get an ideal sizzle on it, mainly because the pan's overcrowded. Like I say, it's a big steak, but I'm certainly looking forward to it. You hear all the chefs going on and on about you need to cook it at this height, this temperature and this temperature and this temperature, whereas we do have a certain degree of control. You're never going to get exact temperatures on a campfire. Like I said in my previous video, if there's anything that people want, that you want to see, let me know. If I'm in a position where I can either get hold of that sort of thing, that equipment, or get to that sort of a location, let me know. One of my mates will come out with me occasionally. I might see if he wants to put stuff on the channel. He's into the hiking side of it as well as the bushcraft. I'm more the bushcraft. He's more the hiking, go to the Peak District, Lake District, that sort of thing. And if that's something that you're interested in, let me know and I'll speak to him, see if that's something that he is interested in doing. If he wants to join in and start putting content on. Nothing quite like a campfire. This is a location that I found with my girlfriend a few months ago as we were walking the dogs. It obviously gets used quite regularly by people camping. Not only the firewood but also the rubbish that was here. I can't see the point in it myself. What does it take? We're only a 10-minute walk to the road where there's a parking space. We're sheltered up here. Why not bring a carry bag and take your rubbish out with you? It's not hard. This is what gives the people that do want to do this sort of thing a bad name. That it's not worth it. It's a lot harder to bring empty cans and bottles. It's a lot harder to bring the full cans and empty bottles and things. You really don't need to be. If you can carry the full ones up, you should be able to carry the empty ones out. It's just laziness. I'm not against anyone enjoying themselves, but do it responsibly. Don't ruin it for everyone because of your ignorance to it. Yes, I've had a fire. I will be pouring water on it before I go. I will be making sure that it's out. I'm not going to put any more wood on it. There's no need. The steaks are back cooked. The potatoes are cooked. I'm literally just moving them to stop them sticking now. In fact, I've only really been doing this since last September, and obviously we've had a lockdown in the middle of that, so I haven't really been able to get out as much. I haven't been videoing it. I've been watching plenty of them online though. Been watching people like English Woodsman, Step Away from the Screen, Ash Outdoors, Kent Survival, and there's a lot of knowledge out there, and every day's a learning day. But not everything you're going to get is going to be ideal. So speak to the companies. I've had stuff from Knives and Tools, Bushcraft Store, Nomads Kitchen, just watching videos on YouTube and seeing what the reviews are like. But if you go into a store asking something, speak to them. They're going to know what's selling best, what the ideal things are, and if you find a good store, they're not just going to try and sell you the most expensive or what they've got a load of in the back room at the moment. I've been doing camping. I have bought things that don't work. I've bought sleeping mats that have gone down, sleeping bags that tear, and cheap is not always the best way. But there are some very good bargains to be had. So do your research, review it, and get out and enjoy nature. The birds singing, especially this time of year with the green coming on the trees. Enjoy it. Now, I think that is about done to my liking. So I'm going to enjoy it. I'll bring you back. Right, folks. That was absolutely stunning. Now, sit back, enjoy a bit of water. Might make a coffee in a bit. I've got me Trangier type stove, me Bushcraft Store version of a Trangier. So, sit here, enjoy the sounds of nature. Fire's just burning itself out. Might sit back in the hammock and watch the world go by. Speak to you all again.